Ground balls win games. So how do you scoop the ball on your first try instead of your second or your third try? You got to do three things. First, you want to take a bigger step out towards the ball. When you take a bigger step, it makes you sit down a little bit, it makes your hands go back, it makes everything that comes after it work better. Then you want to use your bottom hand to scoop. You want to use that hand to plow through the ball so that you plow through checks, you plow through the clump of players that are standing around every ground ball doing nothing. All the power in your scoop comes from your back arm, not your front arm. Then the last move is you want to stand up. After you scoop, if you stand up, that brings the stick to your face so you protect the ball. So step, scoop, stand. But a lot of players don't do that. A lot of players scoop using their top hand, and their top hand doesn't have any power. When you use your top hand to scoop, it makes you stand up a little bit more and it makes you reach a little bit more so that you wind up topping the ball. That's when your stick hits the top of the ball instead of going under the ball. This doesn't happen every time, but if it does happen, it means you're using your top hand to try to scoop instead of using your bottom hand. If you try to scoop by extending your arms and standing up straight, it never works, and all it does is tell everyone on the field that you're afraid of getting checked. The funny part of it is, by trying to protect yourself, you're actually making yourself wide open to get wailed on in the arms and the hands. But if you did this step, scoop, and stand move, you're going to succeed by getting the ground balls and you're not going to get checked where it hurts. Here's a simple way to understand everything. If the ball is in front of you and your hands are behind you, you're going to succeed. But if the ball is sort of between your feet, it's hard. And if the ball's by your back foot, it's basically impossible. But you don't want to give up when that happens. You just want to kick the ball somewhere where you can go scoop it, or pull it between your legs like a face-off guy, turn around and scoop it up. But when you try to scoop it up by your feet or when it's kind of behind you, it just doesn't work. Give it a kick and you'll succeed. Should you try to get grass stains on your gloves when you scoop? Well, maybe 40 years ago. Today, every head is offset and every scoop is curved, so it's possible to be too low. We can see here that the scoop is higher than the midline of the ball, so there's no way to scoop it. Instead, we want to get our stick around 45 degrees. That's what makes the scoop flat on the ground, as low as possible, and that's what lets us succeed. The easiest way to learn this is by ducking under a stick. When you duck under a stick, it makes you step a little bit farther, get a little bit lower, and then stand up when you get past the stick. It looks really easy when you do it right, but it only works if you remember to step, scoop, and stand.